Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Bitcoin still hovering above 63. In fact, we even touched 64,000 here this morning. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest Bitcoin technical analysis, as well as breaking news. Telegram will now share users' IP addresses and phone numbers, the government's when legally required. Founder and CEO Pavel Durov was arrested in France last month, and the government already infiltrated. Go figure. And quoting Max Kaiser, everything goes to zero against Bitcoin, including centralized garbage Ethereum. We'll also be discussing China still controlling 55% of the Bitcoin hash rate despite the crypto ban. We'll also be discussing breaking news. BlackRock Bitcoin ETF demands a 12-hour Bitcoin withdrawal from Coinbase. I'll be breaking this down for you. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin leads 321 million in crypto inflows following the Fed rate reduction. As you know, Jay Powell recently reduced the interest rates 0.5%. That's the first rate cut since like 2020. We'll also be discussing Donald Trump introduces his own coin, but it's not what you think. That's right. The former U.S. president is set to launch his new coins today. I'm sorry, on Wednesday, 2 more days, but it's not what crypto users expect. I'll be breaking this down for you. We'll also be discussing the latest with Michael Saylor with his a $13 million long-term Bitcoin price prediction. I'll be breaking down some of the math for you. And MicroStrategy, by the way, now holds 252,200 Bitcoin, and they're in the process of acquiring another $1.1 billion worth. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. What's crack-a-lackin'? Another beautiful day in the markets. New all-time highs not far away. We're only a God candle away, 10,000 away from price discovery mode. Make some noise for that. Shout out everyone in the live chat. DNA Noonan, Digital Dankness, Juan Espino. What's good, fam? We have Jerry Rumus. We have the one and only Chandy. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, #1 Bitcoin Music, hands down, Chandy 10 Music. And welcome, everyone. Take it away with the theme music.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day. Maybe I need a life. But Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Welcome, everyone, to the podcast. I'm streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. So there's a try stream. If you guys can repost this with a quote or a comment on the stream, I'll shout you out. And you're going to notice the stream pinned at the very top of my X profile. So it's very simple to find. And shout out in advance to everyone who reposted, including the one and only Max Kaiser. Greatly appreciate you, buddy. And thanks to all the moderators and all the incredible fam here, all the members of the channel. We appreciate everyone's ongoing support. It means the world to me. And again, I'll shout out anyone who reposts with a quote or a comment. So JC Ice, thank you very much. The one and only Oracle. Thank you, Diana Heron Jones. Just reposted the 2 of you. And Digital Dankness, I'm always on top of it, brother. Thank you for the love each and every day. And again, shout out to all the moderators, Darth Melda, Chandy. Greatly appreciate the reposts here. JV is now live. Don't miss the best crypto pod. Always appreciated. And shout out in advance to anyone else who reposts the stream. And welcome, everyone. The new week is here. We only got a week left for the month of September. Will it be a September or a September? We have yet to find out. The final week will tell the tale of the tape. Currently, if we can maintain above 63, it's going to be a September. And then we're going to inch into the 4th quarter. Bullish as a mofo, but you already know no. Shout out Ashley Allman. Hope everyone's Monday is going good. Right back at you. Glad you're here today, says Diana to Chandy, of course. Many prayers with Chandy, of course. Shout out Mark. Good to have you here on the live stream. Shout out Don George, Bring Facts, Sat Wise. We got a lot of OGs here in the building. Bitcoin's back in the green. We also have a live poll you're going to notice up on the YouTube channel. I'm asking best Bitcoin pod. I want your vote. Is it Crypto News Alerts? Is it Coin Stories? Is it What Bitcoin Did pod or some other podcasts I don't know about? I'm curious. Let me know. Bless your heart too, Jen, for being there every day. Yeah, you guys are phenomenal. I greatly appreciate y'all showing up every day. You know what I mean? I show up every day, but so do you guys. And that means the world to me, because we wouldn't have the #1 Bitcoin pod if it wasn't for y'all. Your support, that's what makes this extra special. It's really the family here. I consider y'all extended family, or as a tribe, because that's how we support one another. It's about uplifting each other. And what brings us all here is our love for Bitcoin, decentralized, perfect money, right? So thank you guys in advance. Shout out Judson, the Bitcoin block, Nashoba. Welcome, everybody. What's crack-a-lackin'? A lot of news, of course, as we have. I think the market's about to rip. I think this is the calm before the storm. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that sentiment. And shout out Satwise. Appreciate the repost. DNA Noonan, always appreciated. Get in where you fit in. Amen, short dog. Just reposted, brother. Thank you, guys. We appreciate all that support. Oh, thank you for joining the HODL Gang. For those that don't know, for less than 10 cents a day, you can support the movement here. I think it's $2.97 a month. You can become a member of the HODL Gang. That gives you ultimately a badge next to your name, and it's like a loyalty badge. And anytime you comment in the chat, I'll always gravitate towards our members. So thank you in advance. Thank you, guys. Much appreciated. And we do have different membership levels as well. There's the HODL Gang membership, MicroStrategy membership, there's the Grayscale membership, and the Satoshi membership. Satoshi being, the highest level. JV, I never miss your show. Appreciate that, Bitcoin block. It means the world to me. Enjoying my birthday today. Happy birthday, Ashley Alman. Got some awesome people in my life. Well, happy to celebrate with you as well. Everyone, please wish Ashley a happy birthday, and let's spread the love. JV, I can't gift membership. It's blank. Sounds like a YouTube glitch. Typically, you'd be able to gift memberships. It may not be working for you. Maybe try in a different browser, or if you're on mobile, maybe try on a desktop or vice versa. See if that does the trick. Also, what I do every month, I gift 10 memberships coming from me directly. I'm allowed to gift up to 10 memberships per month, and I typically do it first of the month or beginning of the month. So remind me about a week from now to gift some memberships, and we'll gift some more. My pleasure. Shout out Melda. Good to have you here. A lot of happy birthday wishes for Ashley. Love to see that. Un Mango, I think we're in the storm for sure. It is the ring of death, says Mark. Word up. And thank you, Shortcoin, for the repost as well. Just a reminder, one more time, we're streaming live on 3 platforms right now, on X, Rumble, and YouTube. You're going to notice the X feed pinned at the top of my profile. Anyone who reposts it with a comment or a quote will get shouted out and reposted, and I'll follow you back as well if I'm not already following you, of course. And yeah, welcome everybody. I'm going to pop open the spin drift, and then we're going to get started with the news here, starting with our market watch. Good stuff. Caught you while I'm at work. Good to hear, BitStack. Appreciate you being here, brother, and happy you're able to tune in today. Ask Max if you get a chance about the biddies he offered Alex Jones back in the day that Alex said no to. What would I ask him about it? He recently gave Alex Jones a secondary chance, maybe 6 months ago on the Alex Jones show, and Alex failed. Max said, if you can answer 5 of the most basic Bitcoin-related questions, I'll give you the 10,000 Bitcoin, which is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And Alex couldn't even answer who the anonymous founder of Bitcoin is. So he knows absolutely nothing about Bitcoin. He didn't know Satoshi was the inventor. He didn't know nothing about the protocol. He couldn't answer a single question, which is mind-boggling. But he just had a second opportunity to redeem himself and failed. Kind of crazy, right? I actually reposted that more recently on my X profile. You'll be able to find it. Alex did no crap, I know. Couldn't answer 1 out of the 5 questions. And all of you, I'm pretty confident, could answer all 5 correctly. All 5 of them. So Max must know that. He's just ignorant. Alex is an extremely intelligent man, but when it comes to Bitcoin, he's completely ignorant. Things that make you go, Or is he just acting dumb? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. You tell me your thoughts. But anyways, fam, if you're new to the channel, very important to smash the likes. Go ahead and subscribe, then hit that bell icon to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every day, just like this. Today is pod episode number 1766. It's Monday, September 23rd, 2024. Excuse me. I'm your host, JV, and we have lots to cover. Bitcoin still in the green. We already tapped 64,000 this morning earlier when I checked the price. We're currently at roughly 63,400. Barely in the green for the day, but it's been maintaining above 63, which is definitely a good sign. Let's pull up Coin 360. We're above 63.4 here, up 0.2% on the day. We have Ether up 3.6%, trading just under 2,700, while Solana and XRP are currently correcting and in the red. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. Current crypto market cap is still on the climb at 2.23 trillion, and the Bitcoin market cap is 1.25 trillion. We got roughly 83 billion worth of volume in the past 24 hours, meaning it's up 73%. And the Bitcoin dominance on the decline a bit this morning at 56.1%, and the Ether dominance at 14.5%. Now, which alts, if any, are you most bullish on for the bull? Let me know. Here's the top gainers of the top 100 on the day. We have Arweave, Tau, and Celestia. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective. Let's start on the day, and then we'll zoom back out on the month. I'd say safe to say 80% of the market back in the green, which we love to see the gains. And zooming out on the monthly, it's like we flipped that 80% in the red and maybe 20% in the green. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're still neutral, same as yesterday and last week. Last week was actually a 39 in fear, and then we flipped neutral, and last month a 56 in greed. And checking out the time chain calendar, we have 187,433 blocks to go into the next halving, which is estimated to take place April of 2028. And we're currently on block number 862,567, and you can currently exchange $1 for 1,579 Satoshis. Again, $1 will get you 1,579 sats at today's exchange. So there you have it, yo. Let me know where you feel that price action is likely to take us before the end of this month for the monthly close. Will it be a September bull or a September bear? Holla at your boy, and welcome everyone just joining us. Alan Haley, looking at the survey, got me feeling like a prime Connor. Who the fuck is that guy? Amen. Ahoy, Bitcoin pirate shipmates. Man battle the stations, huddle fast, hoist the Jolly Rogers, and make ready for the setting of the sails. Let's go. Alex wouldn't be on air if he didn't get an anonymous Bitcoin donation. Preach. Who cares? We don't need them. The price will wacky up every day soon, everyone. Exactly. Let's wakey. I think that's what we meant here. It is a beautiful day. Amen. Every day above ground is a beautiful day. Would you agree? My people perish of lack of knowledge. There you go. Real talk. Maybe he is Mr. 100. You never know. Imagine that. Mr. 100 could be Alex Jones. It could be Michael Dell. It could be a nation state. It could be a sovereign wealth fund. The reality is we don't know. It could be Jeff Bezos. It could be Mark frickin' Zuckerberg. You know what I mean? It could be Elon Musk for all we know. Nobody knows. And that's the beauty. Bears are fat and slow. They have had their summer. The solstice was 2 days ago. The bears are looking for the cave. Tell them. The bat cave, that is. Or is it the bear cave? Shout out again, Short Coin. I see she just wrote Best Crypto Podcast, just saying. Always appreciate the love. Just reposted you back. Shout out Jerry Remus. I appreciate the repost, brother. Shout out Satwise Jenks. I don't always make the beginning of every crypto news alerts, but when I do, it's always the best. Appreciate that, brother. And shout out James Elsey. Get all the news that's fit for your brain. Much appreciated. Shout out again, DNA Noonan, Chandy, JC, Dankness, and the rest of the fam. You guys are amazing.
Buying opportunity for fifth level sexy G's.
What do you think, JV?
Who cares about a boring kitty?
Boring.
Kitty, me.
I'm for the bitty. I'm for the Nippinator. I'm for Nipsey.
Not for the weirdo.
Kit Kat Kitty.
Cat, a kitty cat.
Stacking the sats. Stack them sats.
Ain't no thing, baby. It's
a chance to stack those sats. A chance to stack those bitties.
Baby, you never heard about me
with another coin.
Bitcoin.
I got my mind on my Bitcoin and my Bitcoin on my mind. 60 G's, 60 G's, a buy
buying opportunity.
Shout out Chandy 10 Music. For those that don't know, she produced the theme song we play every day. She produced 60 Gs. She produced 70 Gs and virtually every song we play on the stream. So make sure to subscribe. #1 Bitcoin music channel, hands down. And speaking of 70 Gs.
Bitcoin is no maybe, baby. Bitcoin is no maybe, baby. 70 G's to the moon.
Lunar landing. Satwise says, my honest opinion is the best Bitcoin YouTube show with live chat communities are Crypto News Alerts, Simply Bitcoin, and Bitcoin Sessions. But JV created the resulting community when he switched to this format. Respect, Satwise. That means a lot coming from you, brother. Much respect. And shout out BTC Sessions and Simply Bitcoin. I'm a fan of the other two as well. Diddy about to spend those sats then? No Diddy. Precisely, yo. Precisely. But anyways, let's continue with today's technical analysis. Check out some of the charts and go from there. The headline here reads, Bitcoin's new price targets of over 80,000 may not actually be the all-time high. Well, of course not. Temporary all-time high only makes sense. Bitcoin's price is only 14% below its all-time high at the moment, and favorable conditions have produced targets of over 80,000 in the coming weeks. Yet, a new all-time high of around 100 Gs might not be as impressive a feat as imagined when adjusted for inflation. Now, Luke Broyles, Bitcoin analyst, argues the Bitcoin crossing the elusive 100,000 mark will barely match Bitcoin's buying value in 2021. In an X post, Broyles highlights that if adjusted for inflation, the all-time high price from 2021 will be 83,000 at the moment. Good point. Now, data derived from U.S. inflation calculators suggests this is fairly accurate. An item bought for around 69,000, assuming people bought Bitcoin at the 2021 top. I believe that was November 10th of 2021. It would currently be priced at 80,200 in the ballpark, with a current cumulative rate of inflation of 16.2%. Ouch. The U.S. inflation calculator measures the dollar's buying power over a period of time. Keeping that in mind, he added the following. By the time we have the next round of printing in the next 6 to 18 months, it'll be 95,000. 100,000 nominal Bitcoin price in 2025 is quite possibly barely getting us to the 2021 levels. So yeah, Bitcoin price up 18% over the past 14 days, despite September being a historically bearish period. Now Bitcoin is facing its final test before undergoing the bullish trend shift. Let's go. As shown here in the chart, Bitcoin has been posting lower highs and lower lows on the one-day chart since March of this year. Now, Bitcoin's currently looking to flip the resistance supply zone of 65,000, which will lead to a change of character. Send it. Now, if 65,000 can be flipped into support, the long-term downtrend should undergo a change, and a higher high, higher low pattern will take shape, producing a new uptrend. Immediate resistance above 65 Gs resides at around 71.5. Now, also, it was reported recently a potential breakout could happen in September, which may eventually result in a rally to 86,000. Let me know if you agree with that. The price action has played out accordingly thus far, as a megaphone pattern remains in play for a 34% upswing over the next couple of weeks. So get ready, yo. Stack sats accordingly. Could you see that happening? I most definitely can. You already know. The megaphone pattern includes a similar setup of higher highs and lower lows, while can validate a macro top or macro bottom. But at the moment, the price is on the rise, which means Bitcoin is closing in on confirming a bottom and a potential path to higher prices. Now for some breaking news, and then we'll dive into the live charts. Telegram will now share the user IP addresses and phone numbers to governments when legally required. As you know, Pavel, their CEO, was recently detained and arrested in France, and seems he is cooperating with the government. And in other news, Andreas Antonopoulos, shout out to him. He's the one who orange pilled me, so I give him full credit. It was one of his TED Talks called The Internet of Money that just instantly made me see the big picture about Bitcoin and get all in. So shout out Andreas. He's a legend, an OG. Bitcoin is not unregulated. It is regulated by algorithm instead of being regulated by the government. Bureaucracies. Uncorrupted. 100. Also quoting Max Kaiser, everything goes to zero against Bitcoin, including centralized garbage, Ethereum. And in other news, actually, let's dive right into the live charts. This is the 1 month. Let's zoom into the 1 hour, and then we'll work our way back out. And this is live and in the flesh right now via Coinbase. Brought to you by TradingView. Let me switch up the scene so you can see it cleaner on your screen. There we go. We're currently just above $63,400. We don't have any particular targets on the 1 hour, but things have been bullish all this week, really. Let's zoom out for the 4 hour chart. Again, this is live and in the flesh via TradingView, via Coinbase. We do have a lot of targets here. We do have a bullish pennant formation. We have a target in the green sitting at roughly 68,200. And we have a more bullish target in the blue sitting all the way at 81,200. And we do have a bear target you need to be aware of as well, sitting at 37,800. Again, this is the 4-hour chart. Let's zoom out a little further. We'll check out the 1 day, then the 1 week, and the 1 month. This is the 1 day. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive green daily closes. Let's see if we can continue the bullish momentum, family, especially considering we're heading into Q4 right around the corner. We do have a bottom target visible here at 47.7 you should be aware of. And zooming out from the daily, we'll check out the 1 week. That's where we have the sexy cup and handle pattern, which is currently sitting at $124,400. I think we could potentially hit this target, and happy 420, by the way. I think we can hit this target in Q4 of this year. Let me know if you can see that happening. And zooming out a little further, we'll check out the monthly for a broader perspective. And here's the monthly chart. Past 5-6 months have been trading sideways, pretty boring. But prior to that, we had like 7 green consecutive months, as you can see in that staircase formation. Let's see if we can continue the bullishness into Q4, and let me know your thoughts where you feel will likely head from here, and I'll read your comments out loud, family. Shout out Crypto Surge. What up, brother? Bitcoin is the only sovereign asset. Preach. BlackRock is going to... You already know. Smash the likes and subscribe and repost on X. Thank you, Surge. 225,000 by the end of the year predicts our one and only Oracle. Amen to that. Baby chickens are so cute. Shout out to the baby chicks from the Oracle.
Don't call it a comeback. Bitcoin's been there for years.
Peer to peer. You know how we do. Keep stacking the sats. Chickies are starting to escape the brooder. Found 2 on the floor. Oh no. A couple of hours ago. They are scared because they were lost. Sounds too cute. I take it you don't have your cats or dogs nowhere near them. Is that accurate? Or are your cats and dogs that gentle with the baby chicas? Let me know. I like the word Pryor. I like Richard Pryor. He was a good guy. Hilarious. What asset is autonomous, decentralized, limited, unhackable, immutable, rapidly exacted, globally accepted, and immune to the inflation for the recession proof? Bitcoin. Hit the likes, you bunch of degens. Hey, I like it, short coin. Thank you. There is a bearish FVG from 64 to 64.3. Stacking the sats. Bitcoin. Shout out Brian Wong. I appreciate the repost. He put W stream. That means winning. Thank you, brother. I just reposted it. Let me make sure I'm following you. I am not. So see where it says follow back? Proof of work. You're now followed back, and that goes for anyone else. You want me to follow you, I'm happy to do so. Just repost the stream with a quote, just like Brian Wong did right here. And thank you, Steven. Crypto Surge just reposted your brother. We're live on the tube. Shout out Guido, 70G's incoming. Appreciate the repost on the repost. Just reposted ya. You know how we do. And I see we already got roughly 600 people on the stream. You guys are the bomb diggity. Again, there's a try stream live and in the flesh on X, Rumble, and YouTube. And this gets syndicated afterwards on every major podcasting platform in the world, including Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Play, etc. You can find us. Hey, that's my line. I know. Do you have it copywritten? Because Short Coin's now saying your line, JBZ. My dogs and cats know better than to attack any other animal on the farm. I taught them well. That's fantastic and speaks volumes. Happy to hear that. Bitcoin is only doing a consolidation for the next pump. Bullish forever. Forever. It's going up forever, Laura. Exactly, Michael.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied.
I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's no second best crypto asset.
There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right?
The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
So there you go. And thank you again, Steven. Just reposted your Griffin. Thank you. You guys are the bomb diggity. Appreciate all the love. Can we get a 120? I do think we can hit 120 end of the year. What are your guys' thoughts on that? That's actually my target end of the year. Fourth quarter, I think we hit 125 in the ballpark. So that's what I'm sticking with. And then I think Q5, we have the potential to go anywhere from 222,000 as my bear scenario, as high as 750. Not investment advice. Take everything I say during my stream with a grain of salt. because this is for entertainment purposes only, but isn't it fun to make predictions and all that fun stuff? You know what I mean? Let me know your thoughts. The combination made my funds bleed. T-minus 24 days and counting. 738 million ETFs actively today in Bitcoin. What? What do you mean 738 million active ETFs are in Bitcoin? Whoa. How's that possible? Can we get it? Do I watch with the other animals or usually very chill with the babies? Nice, nice. I like the 120. Me too. Send it. But anyways, welcome everyone just joining the stream. Let's continue with the news because we got a lot of news to share with you guys. We discussed the latest TA. Now let's discuss China. I actually lived in China for 13 months, believe it or not, back in 2010, a very long time ago. I taught English back in the good old days, and if you don't know, now you know. This headline reads, China still controls 55% of the Bitcoin hash rate, despite the crypto ban. That's right. Chinese Bitcoin miners still control the lion's share of the global network despite the country's ban on cryptos. Over 55% of the Bitcoin mining network is still controlled by Chinese mining pools, according to Qi Jiangzhu, founder and CEO of CryptoQuant. However, Bitcoin mining dominance is slowly shifting to U.S. mining firms. He shared here on an X post today, quoting him here, Chinese mining pools operate 55% of the network, while U.S. pools manage 40%. U.S. pools primarily cater to institutional miners in America, while Chinese pools support relatively smaller miners in Asia. I mean, here's the chart here. Chinese pools make up 55%. USA pools, 40%. Now, China's surprising dominance over the network comes despite the country's blanket ban on Bitcoin mining and trading, which officially went into effect back in 2021. Now, China is planning significant amendments to its anti-money laundering regulations in 2025, expanding them to cover crypto transactions in response to the growing demand for stricter oversight. Prominent scholars and financial experts who participated in the discussions on the revised draft of the AML regulations said that the AML law involves a relatively broad scope, making it difficult for the draft to be comprehensive. The most urgent content can only be reflected in a framework first. China imposed the blanket ban on crypto use back in 2021. How many of you remember that? Prohibiting offshore exchanges from offering services and banning all forms of mining. However, with technological advancements and the decentralized nature of crypto, mainland users have found ways to access the crypto market, leading to money laundering risks. The new amended regulations aim to impose stricter guidelines to curb such activities. And on July 14th, Mike Novogratz, the Galaxy Digital CEO, shared on X that he has been hearing reports suggesting China is likely to unban Bitcoin by late 2024. As Novogratz shared here, if this is true, and it's second time I've heard in weeks, it's a huge deal. Anyone have insights? And this was according to a news source that shared big breaking news. China likely to unban Bitcoin in Q4 2024, according to reports, and it shows you a picture of the president. I guess that's President Xi right here. But let me know. Now, Bitcoin miners around the world face significant pressure in August, marking the lowest revenue month in a year. Miner revenue reached $827 million in August, dropping over 10% from July's $927 million, but it is still up 5% from August of 2023. Now, it is the worst revenue month for Bitcoin miners since September of 2023 when they earned $727 million. Bitcoin hovered around 25,000 throughout the month. Meanwhile, the number of mined Bitcoin for the month slightly dropped from around 14,700 Bitcoin mined in July to 13,800 Bitcoin in August. So there you go, yo. Let me know your thoughts on China. And what did Trump say? He wants to make America the Bitcoin mining hub of the world. We got to get that hash rate power over here back in the States predominantly, family. Let me know if you think that'll turn into fruition. BLX Weekly, the oldest of the Bitcoin charts. Bitcoin goes up approximately 2 fib levels post-halving, says Greg. The 1.114 sits at 440,000. The 1.236 sits at 3 million. Go ahead and FOMO in. But if you do it now. What up, Jason Jimenez? Welcome, brother. Montana passed the law for the Bitcoin mining. Gotta love it. Shout out Montana. You can't have sovereign assets under the government control. I'm already all in. No more dry powder. Welcome to the club, Diana. DJT 2024 says dankness. China is buck. That is why they will get unbanned. Sell feet pics? What are we talking about, dankness? Just then, BlackRock and Fidelity spot Bitcoin ETFs did a combined 739 mil. That's what we just said. Oh, from trading volume today. Whoa. Shout out Bitcoin Magazine. Appreciate the insights there, Serge. BlackRock fixed their possible paper Bitcoin issue. We're going to be discussing that issue here shortly. Welcome everyone joining the stream. We're live and in the flesh. We're on X, we're on Rumble, we're on YouTube, and we're here to take over the world. Orange pilling the masses, one person at a time. Thank you guys. Again, you're going to notice the stream pinned at the very top of the X profile. X is our primary traffic source now for the stream, if you haven't figured that out. We got 18 hearts and 17 reposts, almost a flawless 100% like to share ratio, which is unheard of. So thank you guys for the love. Anyone who comments or repost with a quote will get shouted out, reposted back, and I'll follow you back. And my account currently has 34,700 followers. So if you'd like an influencer account to follow you back, which will only help you, follow me, I'll follow you back. It's a win-win, no brainer. JV, have you read Jason Lowery's Soft War? I have not. I've heard a lot about it, especially Max Kaiser's feedback on it as he trademarked the global hash war. I know Max is not a fan whatsoever, but I haven't had a chance to read it, so I'm not going to pretend I did. Let me know your feedback on it. I'll read it out loud, whatever you think about it. Orange pilling them. Exactly, facts. You nailed it. JBZ, nacho cheese, nacho keys. And what did ODB say? And please. Got to be careful what I say. This is a family show, first and foremost. But you already know, family. Welcome, everyone. Just joined the stream. Let's freaking go.
But I don't sweat it because it's just pathetic to let it get me involved in that sell on the dip crowd, sell on the dip crowd, dip sell, dope sell, no sell, no Bitcoin sell. I'm no sellout. Bitcoin, Roger out.
Roger that. Nobel Prize economics winner and Milton Friedman said in 1999 a decentralized native internet money had to evolve. The Satoshi discovered the cypherpunk holy grail. Amen. Thanks for sharing the history there, fam. Much appreciated. Shout out Crypto Dano. There's a must watch and follow show. Just the news without the trash. Appreciate that, Crypto Dano. Let me make sure I'm following you back. I am following you. I just shouted you out, and I appreciate the love. Much appreciated. Let's continue with the news, shall we? Our next story of the day, here's the latest with BlackRock. Breaking news, headline reads, BlackRock Bitcoin ETF demands a 12-hour Bitcoin withdrawal from Coinbase. That's right. Check this out, yo. The world's largest asset manager has filed for an amendment for its Bitcoin ETF following widespread investor concerns over Coinbase's on-chain settlement practices. Is there shenanigans going on? That's the question. BlackRock filed an amendment to require Bitcoin withdrawals within 12 hours from the ETF custodian. Coinbase, according to a September 16th filing with the US SEC, here's what BlackRock shared in the filing. Subject to confirmation of the foregoing required minimum balance, Coinbase custody shall process a withdrawal of digital assets from the custodial account to a public blockchain address within 12 hours of obtaining an instruction from client or client's authorized representatives. BlackRock's new amendment follows widespread industry concerns about Coinbase ETF custodial practices. Increasingly, investors have been asking Coinbase to provide on-chain proof of the Bitcoin bought on behalf of the spot Bitcoin ETFs to make sure they're actually buying them and holding them. Coinbase is the custodian for 10 out of the 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs, 8 out of the 9 recently approved Ether ETFs as well in the US. I think the only one they're not the custodian for, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Fidelity. Now, despite the newfound institutional inflows from the Bitcoin ETFs, the Bitcoin prices have been stagnating for the past 3 months. This is partly what prompted widespread investor concerns that Coinbase was buying paper Bitcoin. Me too, because the price hasn't been moving. Meanwhile, they're doing massive volume, so I was very concerned. I was one of them. Or a better name, Bitcoin IOUs, on behalf of the Bitcoin ETF issuers, hence suppressing the Bitcoin price. Now, however, all ETF transactions are ultimately settled on chain, despite not publicly sharing all ETF addresses, according to Brian Armstrong. So the CEO says. In response to the investor concerns, here's what Brian wrote September 14th on X. If you want audits, Deloitte audits us annually. We're a public company. I doubt our institutional clients want people dusting all their addresses, and it is not our place to share for them. This is what it looks like like if you want a bunch of institutional money to flow into Bitcoin. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Armstrong, and do you trust them? Are they purchasing up paper IOUs to suppress the market, or the real thing? I want to know your thoughts. And since their launch in January, the e-test went live officially January 11th. There have already been almost 60 billion worth of cumulative on-chain holdings, according to Dune data. BlackRock alone remains the largest Bitcoin ETF with over 38% of the market share, which is 22.5 billion worth of on-chain holdings. And obviously, Coinbase is their custodian, as with the majority of them, minus Fidelity. Now, despite the increasing accusations, ETFs weren't the reason behind Bitcoin's recent price slump caused by native Bitcoin holders, according to Eric Balchunas, senior ETF analyst at Bloomberg, who shared the following on X. I get why these theories exist, and people want to scapegoat the ETFs because it is too unthinkable that the native hodlers could be the sellers. But they are. All the ETFs and BlackRock have done is save Bitcoin's price from the abyss repeatedly. And by February 15th, ETFs accounted for 75% of the new investment into Bitcoin, which then surpassed the 50,000 mark. I believe it was on February 12th. I remember because it was the day after my birthday on February 11th. So there you have it, yo. Let me know your thoughts. Do you trust BlackRock? Do you trust Coinbase? Do you want to see proof of them actually holding the Bitcoin, or are you going to take their word for it? Let me know your thoughts. I'll read your comments out loud. The last greatest U.S. economist and Nobel Prize winner, Milton Friedman, said in 1999, the internet would evolve. Exactly. And that's exactly what we have today, the Bitcoin. All hail, Mad Max Kaiser, Uncle Larry. Now go get your shine box and freshen them up. Now go get your shine box. Guess who's employee of the month? Mr. Saylor. Max called it. I'll share it with you a little later. It's hilarious. Lost coins only make everyone else's coins worth slightly more. Quoting the late, great Satoshi, think of it as a donation to everyone. Amen to that. FGG, no hair Gare. No hair Care Bear. Yeah, 100%. And don't forget, fam, we have a poll live right now in the chat on the tube. I want to know who has the best Bitcoin pod. Is it Crypto News Alerts? Is it Coin Stories? Is it What Bitcoin Did? Or something else? Let me know. I'm curious. Milton Friedman is brilliant. Brilliant, I say. That's right, JBZ. Bitcoin moving up faster than the internet is cray-cray. I am glad BlackRock spanked Coinbase. Good, because I don't trust anything they say either. I want to see proof of them holding it some way, somehow. Because everything is sus when it comes to these massive asset managers. You can't just take anyone's word for it. Same with the exchanges. Trust nobody. It's like blindly trusting Bankman-Fried. They haven't earned our trust, none of them, right? None of them. Is Elon Satoshi? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Michael Saylor is so awesome. We love Mikey Saylor, right? Employee of the month. Now go get your shine box, Michael. How cool is it to front run Michael Saylor? How many of you front ran Michael Saylor and their Bitcoin acquisition? I think it was 2020. They became the first publicly traded company to put a Bitcoin on the balance sheet. If you were in Bitcoin prior to 2020, you front ran Michael Saylor, and Michael Saylor works for you. How cool is that? Shout out Paul V. I appreciate you subbing to the pod family. Milton Friedman's grandson is a C. Stedin Bitcoiner. Nice. Both shooters were in BlackRock commercials. How can we trust a major investor? Bingo. Bingo, Chico. Shout out Emily Carter. Appreciate your support. Thanks for tuning in. Saylor's always employee of the month. Pretty much. He's a hell of an employee. It's amazing. It's amazing to have Michael Saylor working for us every day. And it's just as amazing to have Larry Fink pumping our Bitcoin price as well. I'm very grateful for these two. These are the two employees of the month every month for the rest of our lives. Hands down. Employee of the month. There is no second best. Will Brian Armstrong be the next SBF? We'll soon find out. Do you own any MSTR? I do not. I've never purchased a stock in my life. I own no stock. And for the record, I own zero cryptocurrency. I own nothing. Just for the record. But with that being shared, let's move on to our next story of the day. Welcome everyone joining the stream again. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. 900 people here. Greatly appreciate y'all's support, but we still got a lot to share. Let's discuss this 321 million worth of inflows. news. Headline reads, Bitcoin leads 321 million crypto inflows following the Fed rate reduction. Crypto investment products have experienced substantial inflows following the U.S. Fed's decision to lower interest rates, which they did last week. I think it was a 0.5% cut for the first time since 2020, from my knowledge. I don't recall them cutting rates anytime recent. Digital asset investment products posted a second consecutive week of inflows during the week of September 15th to the 21st, totaling 321 milli. The new weekly inflows are slightly down from the previous week, which totaled 436 million worth of inflows. The surge was likely driven by the FOMC decision to cut interest rates by 50 basis points. CoinShares stated in its latest weekly digital asset fund flow reported release September 23rd. And according to CoinShares, Bitcoin-based investment products were the primary focus last week, with 284 million of inflows. The report mentioned that recent Bitcoin price changes triggered growing inflows into the short Bitcoin investment products, totaling $5.1 million. And on the other hand, Ethereum remained the outlier. CoinShares noted as Ether-based investment products saw outflows for the 5th consecutive week, totaling 29 million last week. And according to the CoinShares analysis, the repeated ETH outflows were due to the persistent outflows from the Grayscale Ethereum Trust and insufficient inflows for the newly issued ETFs. Additionally, CoinShares noted that Solana investment products continue to see small but consistent weekly inflows, amassing 3.2 million last week. And a little deeper onto the 50 BP rate cut impact of the markets, the U.S. Fed issued an FOMC statement September 18th, officially announcing the Board of Governors' decision to approve a 50 BP decrease, which ultimately means a 0.5 percentage point. The decision marked the first time the U.S. reduced borrowing costs since March of 2020, post-Novid, when the Fed cut interest rates after the Novid outbreak. And according to CoinShares, the rate cuts have fueled the positive reaction into the markets, with total assets under management surging 9%. Total investment product volumes also edged up 9% from the previous week to reach $9.5 billion, according to the firm. And while Bitcoin investment products saw a positive trend amid the 50 BP reduction, some analysts previously predicted the opposite, quoting Black-Scholes from Bybit here. Historical data suggests Bitcoin and other risk-on assets showed resilience during the non-recessionary rate cut cycles. However, aggressive rate cuts during recessionary periods typically result in negative market outcomes. These developments have the derivative markets on its toes, with notably volatility premiums assigned to the Bitcoin options expiring in late 2024, early 2025. Meanwhile, BitMEX co-founder Arthur Hayes just predicted markets would collapse in the immediate aftermath of the Fed rate cuts, slamming U.S. central banks for cutting rates amid growing U.S. dollar issuance and increased government spending. Following the rate cuts, investors have also seen increasingly buying gold, with the price steadily seeing new all-time highs. I think it's at, $2,629 is the new high for an ounce of gold. Let me know if any of you are invested into gold. And according to Boss Kujman, CEO of asset manager DHF Capital, the 50 BP rate cut could help extend the uptrend in gold prices, which could continue to see new records thanks to other additional supporting factors, including them here. In this regard, the Federal Reserve's dot plot shows a steeper decline in interest rates than previously forecast by the central bank. This trajectory could further cement gains in the gold prices. Now, so there you have it, yo. Let me know if any of y'all are bullish on the precious metal. I think Bitcoin's superior in every facet that can be measured, and I think the market cap of gold, which I'm going to speculate is probably in the ballpark of $14 trillion, I think it'll get overtaken by Bitcoin, which is currently at a modest 1.2 trillion, meaning we have a lot of upside to go. And I think by the time we take over the gold market cap, I think Bitcoin will be probably $1 million per coin. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Holla at your boy. I'll read your comments out loud. Hit the like, you bunch of degens. Amen, JBZ. Jacob Trillion. And Bitcoin is gold. No, Bitcoin is digital gold. Gold is physical and it has flaws. And also, there is virtually an infinite supply of gold. All they got to do is invest more into mining it from the earth. So, big difference. When someone tries to buy, and Nipsey's going wild, can you hear him? And when someone tries to buy all the world's supply of a scarce asset, the more they buy, the higher the price goes. Quoting Satoshi, amen. We know Bitcoin has a finite limited supply, unlike gold. So Bitcoin has true scarcity. Gold has, Nipsey just made me blank my mind out here listening to him. Relative scarcity. So true scarcity versus relative scarcity. I'll go with the true scarcity any day of the week. 18 trillion. Wow, did gold grow that much? Now an 18 trillion market cap? Holy moly. Last I looked it up, it was like in the 14 trillion range. That means it's continuing to grow. Risk on assets. Let's go. Nipinator ran downstairs because he hears something. It could be a neighbor. I don't know. But he's growling, which is very rare. It's very rare. He hears something. I'm going to guess it's a neighbor. He don't recognize the car. Maybe a neighbor's visiting, and he's like, I don't know that car. So Nipsey's on call 24/7. He's a guard dog at the end of the day. Nippin' happy. I'm sure he'll come waltzing back in here. He's just regulating. He's like trying to do what Gary Gensler does to the crypto market. Regulators. FedEx. It could be. It could be a delivery. Actually, it probably is a delivery because I just ordered a ton of ish 2 days ago on Amazon. And now that I think about it, it's probably my delivery. So shout out Judson because you're very smart. You figured it out. Mailman, probably. More than likely. That means Bitcoin has to work more to get up there to gold. Hey, why not? Just more upside potential. Real talk.
Roger out.
Precisely.
Lunar landing, see you there soon.
They not like us.
We got
Shout out Brian. He put my favorite show, #1 daily. Appreciate it, brother. I just followed you back. Proof of work right there. Follow back. Cha-ching. And thank you for the kind words, brother. I appreciate it. And thank you again, Crypto Dano, Steven, the rest of the fam. Let's see where we're at. And again, if you're new to the stream, you're going to notice the feed pinned at the very top of my X feed, the stream. And you'll notice we already got 25 hearts and 23 reposts, which is a godly share to repost ratio or like to reshare ratio. So thank you guys. Much appreciated. Yeah, let's continue. Oh, my dog does that. He barks at everybody when he's in the house. He looks like a Doberman. The smaller the dog is, the bigger their kahunas, right? Nip bark a buy signal? I think so. You never know with the Nipinator. But anyways, fam, next story of the day. Let's discuss this Trump coin. Wednesday, which is in 2 days, there's supposed to be a launch of something going on. And let's read this. Donald Trump introduces his own coin, but it's not what you think. Here we go. Trump announced a new coin to raise cash for his electoral campaign. Dubbed the President Trump First Edition Silver Medallion, the project aims to give silver to Americans who support the Republican presidential aspirant. However, crypto users still expect Trump to roll out an official crypto asset for his electoral push. Interesting. The presidential candidate noted in a recent announcement that the incoming coins will sell for $100 per unit via the realtrumpcoins.com website. He explained that the digital asset is coined from 99.9% fine silver. The limited edition coin portrays Trump's face on one side and the White House with the saying, "In God We Trust," on the other side. Now, with a few weeks to the much anticipated U.S. presidential election, I think it's November 5th, right, fam? Trump is actively exploring diverse ways to raise cash to finance his campaigns. The soon-to-be launched silver coins will be his latest effort to secure funds for his electoral movement. Trump emphasized that the silver-based asset is the only official coin he designed and spearheaded its minting in the United States. Now, over the past months, multiple meme coins themed around Trump have rolled out. Still, he refuted ties to those tokens while introducing his silver-themed coins. Here's what Trump had to share. "I've seen a lot of coins out there using my very beautiful face, but they are not the official coin. RealTrumpCoin.com is the only place to get an official Trump coin." And at first glance, Trump's latest announcement of the new official coin may seem like he is finally launching a crypto asset. For months, his fans have anticipated an official crypto from the political figure. Last week, 84% of the poly market bettors expected a Trump coin following the launch of the crypto project called World Liberty Financial. And although Trump's World Liberty Financial was accompanied by a governance token called WLFI, the digital asset lacked most of the features of a cryptocurrency. So there you have it. Yo. And also, this was breaking news just yesterday. Donald Trump says, "I think crypto has a great future. Maybe we'll pay off the $35 trillion debt with it." Crazy. But nonetheless, let me know your thoughts on that, family, before we dive into our feature story of the day. Let's go. ODB ball prediction. BR acquires CB. Over my big tech career, I idolized Michael Saylor for creating data intelligence. 6 months after I bought Bitcoin, Saylor trashed it on YouTube and I was crushed. In 7 years, he got it and I was overjoyed. Crazy, right? I think that was in December of 2013. Is that when Saylor said, oh, Bitcoin will suffer the same fate as online gambling? But he was right. Online gambling is thriving, and so is Bitcoin, so go figure. Silver historically has larger returns, says RL Sweezy. A Trump coin would be huge, huge. Finite forever. Forever, it's going up forever, Laura. Yeah, I want the biddies, not to be around in this crazy world. Word. And again, welcome everyone just joining us. We're about to dive into our feature story of the day. I'm just checking the X feed again. Neo put best stream on crypto. Much appreciated, brother. Just reposted ya. Appreciate the support. Make sure I'm following you. I am following you. Respect, brother. Yeah, so welcome everybody. What's crack-a-lackin'? What's good in the hood? We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. We got over 1,000 people on the stream. I'm going to be streaming at least for the next hour. We have one more feature story to cover, and then we'll be switching to the uncensored version of the pod, and we're going to be kicking it for an hour uncensored, which is my favorite segment. Central banker trader Alexander Hamilton should have been replaced on the $10 bill with someone like Patrick Henry. My first name is Laura. Every time you say that, I feel like you're talking to me. I am talking to you, Laura. Never mind Trump coin. I still wish I had Trump NFT and a piece of his suit. Where's your gerbil pocket? I don't have the gerbil pocket today. I got to get one sewn on. But I do have like my old school. I found the drawer I forgot about, and I got all like my old school Bitcoin gear in it. So I'm like, no way. I found like my old school shirt. So I'm actually feeling good today. It's going up forever, Laura. F the bankers. Buck the Fed. Those mother buckers. You feel me? They not like us. They not like us. If you know what I'm saying. Cheers, everyone, for joining the stream here today. And cheers to new all-time highs in play. Cheers to an Uptober and new all-time highs. 74 in play. We're only a God candle away. Can you feel it? I feel it in my loins. My balls is hot. I like this shirt too. It's very, I've had it forever, but I like it because it's a very thin cotton. So it doesn't make me sweat like most shirts because it's very thin. I like the thin materials, especially out here in frickin' Puerto Rico where it's hot as a mug. Yeah. So you already know, guys. I have a Trump chess set. Nice. My daughter gifted it to me before the last presidential election. I got to see a photo of that. That's got to be cool. Cheers, bro. Cheers, cheers. With my Spindrift. Grapefruit style. We need more than just a God candle for it to stick. True. Uptober. Mona. Can't wait for Uptober, fam. I know things are going to be lit. I just feel it. I've been waiting so long for this time. We all have. We deserve it. What's coming ahead? Wishing everyone 10x gains this cycle. Let's make it happen. 633,000 Bitcoin. Bring it. But anyways, now for our featured story of the day. Crypto can soar. And when I speak about crypto, I'm talking about the king. Bitcoin can soar 23,000% over the next 2 decades, according to MicroStrategies. Mikey Saylor. That's right. He was recently doing the rounds and doubled down on his bullish price prediction. So let's start right here. Quoting Michael Saylor from this recent interview. Bitcoin's 0.01% of the capital in the world right now. I think it's going to go to 7% of the capital. My long-term forecast is it is going to 13 million per coin over 21 years. And right now, MicroStrategy is hodling 252,200 Bitcoin. That does not include Mikey Saylor's personal stash. And as Max Kaiser shared and El Brandino Martinez, Bitcoin's Employee of the Month, Mikey Saylor, you're doing a hell of a job. Now go get your shine box, brother. And in other headlines, as you can see here, Bitcoin can soar 23,000% over the next 2 decades, according to Michael Saylor. So let's break this one down. Bitcoin will skyrocket over the long run. Amongst them, predicting this is Mikey Saylor, founder and executive chair of MicroStrategy. He recently doubled down on his prediction that a single Bitcoin would be worth $13 million by the year 2045. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that prediction. And at last, the report, MicroStrategy showed owning 226,500 Bitcoin, but they just purchased more. So hence why I shared earlier, the new number is 252,200 Bitcoin. And also he's in the process of purchasing 1.1 billion more in Bitcoin. So that number is only going to go up from here, family. So Bloomberg reported last month, Saylor himself also owns 1 billion worth of Bitcoin. You can add to that tally. Can someone run the math? How many Bitcoin is approximately 1 billion worth at today's price? Let me know in that chat. So based on the price of 55,000, clearly we're currently at 63,000, but just for a ballpark target from the time of the prediction, that means a 13 million target represents an astronomical 23,000% return. If you buy today and hodl for the next 2 decades, not too shabby of an upside, right? Now, obviously a lot has to happen for that to become reality, but let's take a deeper look. Yes, seeing the 13 million price tag for Bitcoin can induce a fair amount of sticker shock. You can say that again. But if you dig into the numbers, the math actually starts to make sense. Preach. And a lot of that has to do with the compounding power of money. If any asset is allowed to compound in value for a long period of time, the results have the potential to shock. That's right, exponential gains, homie. In the case of the Biddy, it would require a compound annual growth rate of 30% for the magic to happen. And to jump from 55,000 to where a ballpark it is today to 13 million in 2045. In other words, a Bitcoin can increase in value by a modest 30% per year. For the next 21 years, an upfront investment of 55,000 would turn into 13 million. Let that sink in. And that's just with a 30% annualized gain, which is like nothing. Bitcoin's been outperforming that easy peasy for the past 15 years. Since the Genesis block, January 3rd of 2009. And while it may be unlikely, a CAGR of 30% for Bitcoin is not out of the question. For example, from 2011 to 2021, Bitcoin delivered annualized returns of 230% per year, and Bitcoin returned approximately 150% just last year in 2023. And already this year, Bitcoin's up more than 30%. So over the past 5 years, the only blemish was in 2022, when Bitcoin fell nearly 65%. And you can thank Scam Bankman-Fried for that one. So what can investors realistically expect? Let's discuss it. In an interview this month with CNBC, Saylor predicted that during the next 2 decades, Bitcoin's annual return would steadily fall over time from about 44% a year to 40% to 35% to 30% to 25% to, well, you get the idea. The final long-run number for Bitcoin, says Saylor, would be the annual return of the S&P 500 plus an extra 8% to compensate investors for the extra risk. And at some point, of course, it's worth taking a moment to ponder what a price tag of 13 million really means for Bitcoin. Based on its current circulating coin supply of 20 million, that implies a future market cap of 260 trillion. That dwarfs the value of any tech stock today, and in fact, it dwarfs the value of the entire S&P, which today sits at around 45 trillion. And guess who owns over 90% of the companies in the S&P 500? You guessed right, BlackRock. And now they're coming for your biddies, family, so stack accordingly. And even if we were to assume that the U.S. stocks will grow at a rate of 10% per year over the next 20 years, a price tag of 13 million still implies that Bitcoin would represent an astonishing amount of the world's wealth in the year 2045. For that reason alone, it's worth having a healthy dose of skepticism about the Bitcoin future price. But there you go, yo. Let me know if you agree, disagree with Mikey Saylor. Can you see a $13 million biddy in the next 21 years? Holla at your boy, and welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. I'm going to do my best to read everyone's comments out loud, and if you want your comments to flow on the screen, you got to visit the YouTube channel, the direct link, cryptonewsalerts.net. So if you don't know, now you know. And shout out everyone on the stream. I see we got 1,200 people already here. Graduated high school in 87, Dusty Hunt. When all the other fiat fails, Bitcoin will be waiting to catch you. Diana says JV is 83. 8 plus 3 equals 11. He told us. Exactly. I was born in 83, the same year as Return of the Dragon. I mean, Return of the Jedi, my bad. Yeah, Return of the Dragon was probably a decade prior to that. My apologies. But nonetheless, yeah, I was born in 83, and of course, that's an 11. I was born on the 11th. My daughter has the same birthday as me on the 11th, so 1111 is a very divine omen to your boy right here. Phone stand channel, 55,000 equals 100. Man, is that 13 milli? 2045, here I come, Senate. You are as rare as Bitcoin, baby. Compliment a woman like that and watch the doors opening, says Algis. Word up, brother. Shout out Emily. Me too, JV. Wow, 83 is in the building. Yes, I see a 13 milli. No doubt, says Serge. Hope you're right, brother. Send that mofo where no man has gone before, to the moon. Craig Davison says, Bitcoin to the moon. Just reposted your brother, and I am following you. I just followed you back. And that goes for anyone else for the rest of the stream. I'm going to be streaming at least for the next hour. Anyone who reposts or shares with a comment will get reposted, shout it back out, and I'll follow you back as well, so it's a no-brainer. October 12th, 1981. Nice, Jay. I will not make Rumble. I am going to sleep. I feel like ish. No worries, short coin. Do what you got to do. Health always first. And 10 years older than JV. JBeezy, my elders. Respect to the elders. That's what's up. You know what's the beauty of Bitcoin, fam? No matter if you're 13 or 83 or any age in between, it's irrelevant. Bitcoin brings us all together. And I love that aspect of Bitcoin because we live in a society where all they do is divide, because there's a motto, divide and conquer, and they do a fantastic job at it. They're experts. The mainstream media, experts at divide and conquer. Politicians, experts at divide and conquer. Why do you think when there's debates, they just focus all the attention on bashing the other opponent versus what they'll actually do? Because they're experts at divide and conquer. How do you conquer the human race? You divide and conquer. You have them fighting amongst each other so no one looks at the real evil behind both sides. You know what I mean? So we must come together, and Bitcoin brings us together, and it's a beautiful thing. Let's stop fighting over why we're different and start focusing on what brings us together. You know what I mean? Can I get an amen? If you want your Bitcoin, you'll dump to save your neck. Walk the plank. I'll take the plank. Bitcoin is like a joint. We all come together. Amen. Bitcoin member of the channel. That's right. Do become a member of the channel. Make sure to subscribe. #1 Bitcoin music channel, Chandy. Of course, you'll see her link there as well. 1974, bro. Nice. Heidi, I am also born in the 50s. Nice. So we got all age ranges here, yo. Anyways, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to end the poll. I asked the poll, what's the #1 podcast? I was curious what your results are going to be. So let's end the poll, and then we're going to end the tube stream, and we're going to continue with the uncensored extended version of the pod exclusive on X and Rumble. Thank you, guys. That means I'm doing something right. 71% of you believe I have the #1 Bitcoin pod. I appreciate that. 19% said other, 7% what Bitcoin did, and 2% coin stories. Poor Natalie. Shout out Natalie Burnell. I actually like her podcast. I think it's great. But anyways, I appreciate all the love and support there. We're going to end the YouTube stream and continue with the uncensored version of the pod. Head on over to the Rumble, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net, and let's get ready to rumble.